What's up, guys? This is Dave Williams with Black Coyote Outdoors. I am currently headed to Watkinsville, Georgia to the 2017 Georgia Bushcraft Campout. Now, if you don't know about Georgia Bushcraft, we have a Facebook page and you can join. It's open to anybody who wants to join. You don't have to live in Georgia or anything like that. But this weekend we're going to have plenty of vendors. We're going to have a lot of instructors come out, teach primitive skills. If any of you are interested in learning survival skills, bushcrafting skills, or if you just want to come hang out and learn some interesting stuff. But stay tuned and we will get you some more footage as soon as I get out of the truck.
Okay. Let me get you to read and fill out one of each of those. And your name, sir?
Joseph.
I have seen your name right here. Yes. I've got you 2 adults.
I got a Jack too.
Okay.
I'll give him
And you are campers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 cute little blue armbands. 21st. The patches were ordered. They've been delayed in shipping. They will be here Monday after everybody leaves. So we'll get those sent out as soon as they come in.
Yeah.
And here are your raffle tickets for tomorrow's raffle.
Thank you.
Alright, so this is the front booth right here. This is where you come sign in at. This is Miss Diane. This is who you meet.
Good morning.
She is the one that you will get your bands from, and you will get your patches. Unfortunately, we didn't have the patches this morning, so they'll be mailed out. But here's what the schedule looks like. You can see there's a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, so this is who you meet when you first come, and you get cool little stickers and get patches and a wristband.
And we will have our product table set up here shortly.
There you go. What's going on, guys? It's Saturday morning and they've already started classes. I think it's the wild edibles class. We're gonna go see if we can catch up with those guys.
So you're putting something that is not into your system, and after a little bit, your system's gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, we gotta clean out the rest of this stuff. So to kind of answer your question, I say in moderation, because when you're first starting out, you want to go slow and you want to increase your intake to a comfortable point. Your stomach is going to have to learn how to react to having something natural and pure in your body. And at that point, you will know when enough is enough. And you just kind of keep track and increase on a slow point, you know? But anyway, anybody not have breakfast this morning? Anyone want to try it?
I think, yeah.
Sure. There you go.
I
wiped it off. Oh, here's another.
Oh,
that's a good one. Yeah, it's a good sample. And it's also got, if anybody is curious, the plants are kind of like at a root and they kind of branch out, okay? So it's like in a cluster. And they've got the purple down at the very bottom. That's another good indication. And all I'm doing, just wiping it off. Don't do anything special with it. As the saying goes, God made dirt, dirt don't hurt. Of course, and there's a bunch of other people. Unless what?
Unless it's been sprayed.
Yes, very true. Anyone else? Oop, yep, I just tore yours apart. I'll let you wipe that one down. Come over and y'all want some more? But come over and kind of enjoy. There's like a whole feast over here.
The younger ladies do less for them.
Yeah, pull it up from as close to. Oh, here's another really good one.
I'm taking it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can have it.
What's it taste like, Bill?
Actually, not too bad. I like it.
A little fog on my lens there.
Hey, man. Now I'm clear. Oh, I thought it was good. You know, of course, I've been eating dandelions out of the yard, so there's the comparative. Wasn't as good as the honey bun I had.
Right here.
there.
Yep, there's a bunch of them over here. There's a big patch right there in the middle. This is called smartweed. Watch, Kevin. We got some live ones there. Our smartweed is medicinal. It also has a lot of nutrients to it. Yes, anti-inflammatory, big time. It's also, the leaves can be used to stop bleeding. And somebody had asked yesterday, yep, it's got a long little vine to it. You can use the seeds, the stem, and the leaves. The roots, not so much, and I would leave it to let it propagate. A lot of people see this as an invasive menace and would be pulling out the Roundup.
It's taken over my yard.
Yeah, but this is wonderful stuff. If you find yourself out in the woods and you see this stuff laying around, and it could be either in pink or it can be in white, you can use this as a pepper replacement. Okay, so it's got a little spice to it. The pink are more mild. Your white ones, at your own risk, because they are said to be rather spicy.
Okay, so we're gonna go check out the flint knapping booth.
How would you make a cutting edge out of a glass bottle without any tools?
Bring me a glass bottle and I'll show you. I think there's one in the garbage
you
can
could go
over
and
there.
buy a bottle of whiskey. Drink it first.
Do what? Drink it first?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, you definitely want to drink it first. But to get the bottom out of a bottle,
Okay.
I can tell you and I'll show you. But it's you fill it up with water except for the neck, and then strike it really hard with your palm of your hand, and the bottom of the bottle will just shoot off.
Okay.
Perfect circle. And if you can't generate enough pressure with your hand, hit it with a rubber mallet.
You can
Right
also
on top.
do it with nails.
You can do it with nails too. You can also you can take a string and soak it in like camp fuel or something, or alcohol, and light it and let it burn. And when it's after it gets done burning, like immediately when it gets done burning, plunge it in water. It'll create a crack where that heat was. And then
But the bottom is concave, no?
right. So it's curved. So here's the curve of the bottle. Your point's going to be like right here. That section. So you got to work this curve off, and you don't. The bottom of bottles is really hard to get a decent point out of, unless it's a substantial size bottle. To get glass, I would advise going to the thrift store and find those old glass ashtrays and the glass objects. Find an old glass fish or something, and work that.
I've been told porcelain from the.
So we can go over here to the archery booth with Whack Outdoors. This ought to be interesting.
Grab the bowstring like you're grabbing that pail of paint I was telling you about. So you're going to hook the bowstring not on the fingertips. You're going to hook the bowstring deep in this hook. It sounds count the first grooves, not the first. Yep, like that. In other words, if you're on the fingertips, you're always trying to hang on to it.
Right. Oh,
You get it in this hook in the first joint, and you relax your hand and pull with the elbow. So we got our briefcase. We got our stance. We're going to grab this like we're grabbing a pail of paint. Our arm is naturally extended. It's not forced extended, but the elbow is not broke. It's naturally extended. Your shoulder becomes a hinge, and you just hinge the bow up to make the shot. So we got our stance. We got our grip on the bow. We got our grip on the string. We hinge this up. And then when we draw the bow back, we're going to come back with our elbow behind our shoulder and anchor just like this. When we release the string, it's going to be like you have a long flowing mane of hair, and you're going to take your fingertips and brush your hair off the side of your face. And what that does, that keeps everything in line. So from the target down the arrow, out your elbow, everything breaks in a straight line. That's the ideal situation.
Okay.
So, and as far as your aiming goes, you are trying to use the tip of the arrow as a sight, and that's fine. What you're going to have to do is, like if you put your arrow tip on the very bottom of the white styrofoam block, and then look at the bullseye and let it go. And you've been hitting high every time.
Right.
So you have to aim lower.
Okay.
So literally, aim at that crease in the black screen,
Okay.
the foot under the block target, and I'm actually doing the same thing right now with this bow, because this bow is set up to shoot from back there and hit the target on 3D ranges. So we're going to get our stance, our grip, grab our suitcase, grab our can of paint. We're going to draw back behind our shoulder. We're going to look and let it go just like that. I actually thought that was going to hit high, and it didn't. Do that again.
Oh.
Just like that.
Just like that, right? Just like that.
Dead on.
How about this much? Okay, we're doing ourselves a disservice here, but how about this much? And they'll keep on going on. So now